everybody, it's 20 something. So tonight we're actually going to be answering questions, but we'll be getting incrementally drunker as we answer each question. Okay,
quick cheers. Cheers. Oh, you're really drinking it. Okay, your gulp sounds so dramatic. I didn't drink that much. They say, fake it until you make it. When did you get caught?
So when I first joined my first job after college, one of the guys I'm working with is like, we have to give a presentation. Do you just want to run with it? Me being me, I was like, fake it till you make it. And I was like, yes. But it was all this like things about media I didn't know yet. And now looking back, I realized like he probably didn't really want to do it, handed it off to like the newbie. And I was literally giving the presentation to like all our executives at the company. And then my presentation also turned off. The guy who was doing the PowerPoint for me like looked over and he was like, because I looked like a deer in headlights. It helped that I was like just out of college because it definitely gave me that buffer. But I realized like, okay, stretch yourself, but also know when you need to ask for help.
I'd say that buffer of like, oh, I'm a new grad. You can only use that for so long, so use it when you can. One that popped into mind. I don't know if it like really answers the question, but I was definitely embarrassed. Where I was at like my second job, they had to like set up all your equipment. You know, you get your laptop, they set up your account, and they needed like the email that I use for like iCloud. But I actually used my Hotmail email, the one that I made in kindergarten. Almost created like a whole nother one because I was so embarrassed to share what that was with like our head of engineering. And like the email was literally like monkey girl at hotmail.com, and I like really needed the access, so I just like sent him that, and I was like, haha, it was my old email address, like please don't judge me. I was like, who uses Hotmail these days?
Alright, monkey girl.
I know, right? When did you realize like, damn, I really have no friends?
Dude, honestly, our answer is probably the same. Like right after I graduated. Yeah. I think you enter like a really weird puberty stage. You also realize like, wow, like in college I felt like I had so many friends. And now I literally feel like I have like one friend.
I think like what shifts is like the proximity thing. Like I think the great thing about college is like, even if you're not best friends with like everybody, everyone is so close. And you have reasons to meet up because of events. But when you're working, you're kind of like in your own world and in your own trajectory.
Lonely postgrads out there, we feel you, we've been there.
Hence why they call it postgrad blues. Yeah. When have you felt like you've let yourself go a little bit? I work at a few startups now and they always give you free food. And I was working really late a lot of the time in the beginning. So I would just like eat all the food. So I literally gained another version of like freshman 15. But like Notion 15, which is where I work now. It reminded me like I need to take care of my health, like no matter how much I'm working, like that's just baseline.
I was at an agency and honestly, guys, agencies drink a lot. You know, one time I came to work like super hungover, in my sweatshirt. My coworker that went out with me that same night like came into our parking lot, threw up and went back home.
So we're gonna go on to the next section, but before that, quick shot.
Cheers. Next section.
What's the lesson you learned this year, 2021 so far?
Definitely like how to advocate for myself. And I think there's multiple layers to it, but ultimately it's like using your voice to speak up for yourself when certain emotions are triggered. So like trusting your emotions as your intuition to be able to even know when to speak up for yourself. And then also having the courage to do that. There was like a YouTube comment somewhere. I always think about it and they say, be careful of what you tolerate because you're teaching people how to treat you. So if I don't like the way I'm being treated, then I need to step up for myself and say something. It's on both of our ends. You know, some people might just not know.
I like that. I think the one that came to mind for me is the topic of like emotions. I'm very much like someone who like keeps it all in like naturally, but I think I've been really learning that uncomfortable emotions, bad emotions are actually not bad. And I think in the past I've always categorized it as such, and therefore I've always pushed it away.
I love that we're both trusting our emotions more.
Yeah, and I feel like it's like a scary thing to do. For me, it makes me feel like I don't really have control over the situation.
Feeling and acknowledging your emotions does not make you an emotional person. It means you're human. So like, trust them. It's like your gut, you know?
Yes. What is your biggest insecurity right now?
easy.
Oh, easy? The current moment right now is like really shitty and you're struggling.
Your boss is probably interviewing, like, don't guilt trip yourself.
What if I'm not at a place in my life that I've always envisioned myself to be? What's something you would tell your 20-year-old self? But this is what we want to achieve in this channel.